Hello everyone, welcome to KSR Data Vision YouTube channel. Today in this video we are going to explore about few DAX functions. So let's jump into the Power BI desktop. So now here if you see, today we are going to explore about three major DAX functions. One is filter, earlier and earliest. Okay, so let's begin with filter. First let me go to table view. So here if I go to table view, let's say this is my sales data, Tata table 2. So here order ID, product name, discount, sales, profit, quantity, category, subcategory. These are the columns are available. So it is a data where we are having the category, subcategory, product name and sales profit quantity details are there. So now from here my requirement is I want to see the only, for example, art sales. I want to see the only office sales. Now here if I go to in the category, so when I click, so we have the furniture, office supplies, technology. So here if I click on subcategory, I have a lot of subcategories are there. Let's say for example, now my requirement is I want to see only phones subcategory related information from this table. So what you will do, simply here you will select phones. Now it is filtered, but this is a filtered one. Now but my requirement is I want to see complete new table like this in the data model. So let me clear the filter. So let's take a new table. So for your kind information, filter is a table level function. It will return the table. It will return the table. So let's take new table. So let me zoom. So now let's say requirement is subcategory fonts, subcategory fonts data. So just take filter. Once if you take the filter, so the filter, it will accept two arguments, table filter expressions. Table and filter expression, return a table that has been filtered. So now let's call the table. What is our table? Table is table 2. So let's take this table 2. Then we need to give a expression. So what is meant by expression? We need to give a some expression like equal to, greater than, less than, like that. So here what is our requirement? I want to filter the font sales. So fonts is a value from which column? The column is subcategory. So let's call the subcategory. So let's call the subcategory equal to, just type fonts and close. So now here what we are doing, we are calling first column. Then later we are taking a column subcategory and applying a condition equal to fonts. Wherever the it should match the condition equal to fonts, only you can return that rows in the this table. So let's click OK. So the moment you click OK, now it is returned a new calculated table. Okay, fine. So let's go and verify. So how we can verify? Just click on this subcategory drop down, and if you click, now here you can able to see only fonts. So in the same way, let me go and select here. Here if I click and let me filter the fonts, let me click OK. So once if I click OK, so it is filtered 453 filtered rows. Okay, let's come to the subcategory sales. See how many rows are there? 453. So it is worked as expected. So this is how you need to use the filter function in the real time. Okay, fine. Now let's go and see what is our next DAX function. Earlier. Okay, see, this is a earlier and earliest. It's a bit confusing. So please try to understand carefully. Please listen carefully. So for this, what I will take a scenario. So let's see what is that scenario. Let me go to the table view. So here, let me take a table called sales orders. This is a sales orders. So in this, what we have? We have order date, order ID, sales. So this order date, this is the order ID, this much sales happened. So let me sort it by ascending. So if I sort it by ascending, first sales was happened on 3rd January 2016. This is the order ID and this is the sales. Okay, it started with 3rd January 2016 and ended with 30th December 2019. Let's say 3 years of sales is there here. Okay, now my requirement is here. So here if you see 3rd January we have only one transaction, 4th January we have three transactions, 1 2 3, 5th January we have only one transaction, 6th January 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, 9 transactions are there. So in the same way 7th January two transactions are there. So this is how you need to. So now here what is my requirement is 3rd January I have done only one transaction, so I need to count this 3rd January as one. 4th January how many transactions I did, 1 2 3, so 3 3 3. So 4th January three transactions happened. 5th January how many, 1. 6th, so here as per this count, okay, as per this count how many transactions happened. Okay, so now for this what you need to do, select this sales orders table. Now for your kind information, earlier DAX function is a column level DAX function. Let's take new column here. So what we are going to do, we are going to do the date count, date count. So which DAX function we are going to use? So for your clarity I'll take EARLI, year, earlier DAX function. So now let's come to the second line. So if you want to come to the second line, you have to press shift enter from your keypad. Let's take count rows. So why I took count rows DAX function here? So I want to count the this date. I want to count this row, this row, this row. That's why I took the count rows. Now what it will do? It will accept table. So what is meant by table here? It should be a direct physical table from your data model, or it should be a on the fly. What is on the fly? So let's say for example we created this subcategory fonts by using the filter. So in this count rows what I will do, I'll call filter. So here what this filter will do, this filter will return a table on the fly inside this count rows. So this filter is also calling table and expression. So already we discussed about what is this filter function will do. So let's take table. What is our table? Sales order. And now filter expression. So let's come to the next line. Now here you can take earlier DAX function. So what it is telling, returns the value in the column prior to the specified number of the table scans. Default is 1. Okay, that's why this theory is clear, understood. So now what I will do, it is accepting two parameters, column name and number. So what I will do, so I'll take order date. So let me close this. Then is equal to, again call the sales order date. Let me close the bracket, one more bracket. Now let me explain. So here what we are doing, we are counting the rows, and this entire expression will return a table, so that will take as under count rows. Now again we took the filter will accept two parameters, one is table and one is expression. So just please listen carefully here, you need to understand carefully. So now here what it is doing, it is taking the this one 3rd January, it is equal to this one, yes, it will return 1. Then again it will take the 4th January, it is equal to 1. Okay, then again it will go to the next row. So equal to equal to equal to, so it will take 3 3 3. Then again it will, when I it will go to 5th, now it is not equal to this one, so now it is equal to this one, this is equal to this one. So now here it will return a 1. Now let's click on OK. Now see, it is written 3rd January as a 1, 4th January as a 3, because here we have 3 values, 5th January as a 1. Now, so this is where 6th January we have the 9 values, that's why it is written 9. And 7th January we have the 2 values. So this is how you need to use the earlier DAX function. Okay, fine. Let's go and see the what is our next DAX function, earliest. Okay, this is also similar to this earlier DAX function only, but it will have some difference as compared to the earlier. For this what I'll do, I'll take a one more scenario. The scenario is this customer sales. So in this customer sales, here if you observe, so we have the three columns, customers, order quantity, sales. So now Sean Miller did this much sales. Tom did this much sales. So 2500, 14,595, 14,400 and 40,000. These customers, three people done same sales. And again this 12,000. And again these three customers done same sales. And again these two customers done the same sales. Okay. So now here what is my requirement? So under the Sean Miller, how many customers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So it's based on the sales 13. So under the Tom, how many customers are there? 12. Under the Adrian, how many customers are there? 11. Like this, I want to see the count of customer on below these customers based on this sales column. So let's take a new column. So for your kind information, earliest also is a column level DAX function. Now what we are going to do, we are going to do a customer count. Customer count. So in bracket, I am mentioning the DAX function ARLIEST. Okay, now let's come to the second line. Here also what I am doing, I am counting the rows. So take the count rows DAX function and come to the next line. Here you can take the filter expression because count rows you will expect table. So how we can return the table? By using this filter. So in this filter, let's call the table. Now expression. Let's come to the next line. Now here you can take earliest DAX function. So earliest DAX function, you will accept only one parameter, return the value in the column for a verify first point which there was a row context. The same thing here, it will accept only one parameter. In this case here it will accept two parameters, one is the optional also. So now from here you can take the sales. Once you can take the sales, now you want to calculate, you want to greater than. So let's take the greater than and let's call the customer sales. Let's close the bracket. So now here what it is doing, earliest is counting the this sales is greater than this sales, each and every by row. Okay, let me click OK. So the moment if I click OK, now it will return a calculated column in the customer sales table. Now let's go on check the results. As expected, now we are getting the 12 count on below the Sin Miller, fine, and 11 on below the Tom, okay, fine, and on Adrian we are getting the 8. Actually ideally it should get 10. So why here 8 is getting? So here if you see, actually after below how many customers are there here? 14,000, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, because here they made the same sales 14,000, 14,000, 14,000. After this 3 14,000s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 customers are there. That's why it is showing 8. Then after 8 we have the 7. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fine. Then after 7 we are getting the 4. Let's see why it is 4. Because this Todd, Greg and Becky is doing the same sales 11,000, 11,000. So after all these 3 11,000, how many customers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is how you need to understand the earliest DAX function. So this is one use case I took for earliest. So this is very very helpful in real times. Please implement this in your real time analysis. So this is about earliest DAX function. So here now if you see, today we started with filter and we took this table to as an example, and earlier and earliest. So these three are the DAX functions today we learned this in this video. So I hope you all like this video. Please like, share, comment this video. Please subscribe KSR Data Vision YouTube channel. Thank you all for watching this video. We'll meet you in the next video. Thank you once again.